right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rooted in Wisdom. It is Friday night, and we just wanted to come on and introduce ourselves more. We're going to talk about Renee, though, and we have a new course coming out that Renee is creating. It is actually launched today.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so welcome. My name is Jenny Stassi Cates, and we have Renee Lowry.
Hi, everybody. Hello,
Yeah,
hello. Um, so rooted in wisdom is super important to Jenny and I, right? It brings a grounded approach to intuition, to astrology, to soul connection. And that is something that Jenny and I are really passionate about with personal development and personal growth in your spiritual journey and even soul growth, right?
yeah,
Like you could put it all underneath all of that, especially the personal development piece. And so this course is Reawaken to You. I'm not sure if I like that name, so it might change in the future. Is really the kickoff to this whole personal development. Jenny has her astrology course out that we're kind of doing a massive revamp on, or not me, she's doing a revamp.
well, you're kind of helping on the end too.
Um, And she's so, the way she structures it is just so easy to follow. And that's the thing is we want your journey to be easy. I mean, it's not going to be easy, maybe mentally, emotionally, you know, but our goal is to help give you that tools and be those guides to help you find who you are at a soul level. Like
Yeah,
what makes you tick at that. And so we're so excited because we're so passionate about helping others learn how to help themselves and then pass it forward, pay it forward. And
yeah,
that's the whole purpose of this, right? Is we're giving you the tools. You take those tools, you shift them into what you need, and then you move it forward into what um, can help other people.
yeah,
And that's the beauty of rooted in wisdom. It's taking that inner wisdom, that parts of ourselves, that rooted part of ourselves, and bring it forward and learn more about ourselves and deepen our relationships with ourselves, which deepens our relationship with other people
yeah.
and the universe.
I love how you said that this new course that has just come out is a lot like Rooted in Wisdom in itself, like what we're
Yeah.
about. And that's community. Like we all need that support system,
Yeah.
especially when we're going through just life in general, right?
Yeah.
And when you're trying to find that authentic self, which is what you are working toward, both in the astrology and in the Reawaken
Yeah.
course, they both look to find that authentic self. And we're
Yeah.
stepping into that path right now. Like, I mean, going quickly into astrology, like Pluto going from Cap into Aquarius coming up
Yeah.
is going to be huge come January. So, like,
Yes.
we're all going to feel that authentic, self, need. So I love how you said that though. Like
Yeah.
having that community, having that authenticity, um, being that original person, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved how were able to word that. That sole purpose. And
Yeah.
the answers are all within us.
Hmm. It's just cracking ourselves wide open to be able and learning how to listen and hear. And that's what that soul connection piece is. That's where our intuition comes in. And eventually that's where your psychic senses come in, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you have to disregard everything outside of ourselves to start listening to yourself.
Yes.
Listen to the cues of your body, listen to what your soul whispers. Learn that an ego is not a bad thing,
No, it's a good thing
but
actually.
you need to learn how to integrate it into your soul
Yeah.
and into your spiritual growth. You
Yeah.
know, I always cringe when people are like ego death, and I'm like, no, it's actually integration. And that's something my guides have told me. I think they even told me like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yes.
And so that's something that I always talk about. It's like it's important to have our ego. Our
Yeah.
ego is that part of ourselves that is fighting, that is surviving here. And we
Yeah.
can teach it to integrate with our soul to grow and shift as well. And so learning these tools, these coping mechanisms, these tools on how to develop your soul connection, get that deeper relationship with yourself, with your essence, learn what your your authenticity is, you start your soul's journey, which is all about you. And I think people that they always want a purpose. Well, your first purpose here and now is to be present, and it's all about you. It's
Yeah.
great to be a psychic. It's great to do that. But you know what? If you don't have your soul purpose, then it's going to be hard for you to, you're going to hit a ceiling at some point,
Yeah.
right? And it's always important too that what you think is true one day can be completely different the next for you. So
Yeah.
it's always growing. I love the spiral, right? Except this, I love it when it's sideways because it shows us growing
Yeah.
deeper and deeper and deeper. And that's important. Our growth is never going to end. If it ends, then we're gone. We're off this planet. We're
Yes.
off this
Yeah.
reality right here, right now. And that's something that I firmly believe. We can always learn, we could always grow, we can always shift our perspective. We could always like tomatoes one day and then hate them the next and then like them the next day again. You
Yeah.
know, we're not here to be so rigid in our belief system that we box ourselves off.
Yeah.
And, that's the beauty of, who we are, who Jenny and I are. We learn this. We learn to go with the flow of what feels good, what doesn't.
Yeah.
And, that's, I think, firmly anchored, like firmly rooted in our teachings and how we go about our course structure and how we both live this. Like this is something that Jenny and I have been working on separately and together as business partners, and friends. I would say friends for like what, 3 years now, and then business
Yeah.
partners, for about 6 months plus,
Yeah.
almost nine. So it's something that we have been learning to expand and grow. And so I think that's super important to who we are
And
and what
trusting.
we love to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trusting. To trust each other and
Yes.
trust our own selves is huge.
Yes.
And, you're able to show each other how to do it. And I love it when, you're there, like, set those boundaries up. Like, those boundaries are what are so, you know, they don't put the wall up. They just put it a healthy boundary so that you're able to learn and so is everybody around you.
Hmm.
And you're able to grow everybody, which is what I
Yeah.
love. And just know that, just because you set those boundaries up 1 minute, they can change.
Hmm.
So it doesn't, like, because we will change and we will grow, just like these programs, these courses that we are creating, like they're going to constantly grow as everybody else grows with us and we grow
Yeah.
with you, which is what I love about that because we learn so much from each other
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
ourselves, right? Because
Yes.
the reflection is that mirror and yeah, which is what I love.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So Reawaken to You is the first step in one of many personal development courses that we're doing. This is about establishing that reconnection to yourself, to that essence, that soul piece, but also learning to trust what your body is telling you, what your intuition is telling you. So it's really starting to cut off everybody else who's talking outside of you and starting to really look inwards uh, for everything that you need, right? And so it's really that chance to have that deeper relationship with yourself, figure out who you are, figure out what your purpose is, what your soul purpose is, to figure out, what your life purpose is and how you want to go about that. Not everybody is going to be a psychic medium, right? And a great story, I want to say, was it the new moon in the beginning of August? Um, so I got back into hygiene, and my first patient at an office that I was working at that day, because I travel and temp, and she was a psychic, and she floored me because she told me that I had been doing it all along. She was like, I was already helping people transmute everything. for 20 plus years that I was a hygienist, just by being a hygienist, just by cleaning their teeth and just by talking to them and helping them transmute their feelings. And I always thought it was interesting that people would literally get in my chair and they would just be like, they would tell me everything. I felt like the bar person, you know what I mean? The bartender.
Yeah.
And I was like, and nobody else around me would have that happen. People would have that happen. But I wouldn't even know this person. And it happens while temping because I'm not in the same offices. And all of a sudden people are, and as they're talking, I'm transmuting stuff. And they're like, wow, I feel so much better. Um, and I was giving them messages and not really knowing it. And she really pointed that out for me. And that was an aha moment for me, right? Because I didn't think being a hygienist, what I was doing was really doing anything. I mean, I know dentally and like medically it was helping people and all that stuff, but she took it deeper and gave me the special gift that day that gave me that aha moment. It was mind blowing to me to think about being a hygienist in that way, um, but also being able to pair it with what I was doing, what I'm doing as a spiritual coach, as the intuitive coach, as a soul connection coach piece, as a psychic healer. It really made me see that it was being a hygienist is an important piece of who I am. And so I thought that was beautiful.
I remember seeing you and you were talking about it and you were like, you had that piece about you. Like you found that harmony.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, which is what we're seeking. Can we tell everybody what they're going to expect when they take this course, like what it's going to be on, um, oh, just how they go about it and that?
Yeah. So the course is going to be on our platform called Thinkific, which is a great, and it's going to be a self-paced with, we'll meet a couple weeks. We'll meet 2 times a month and for questions and answers. And if you guys want to practice or anything, everything is going to be within this platform. And you're going to learn about why it's important to connect to your soul, why it's important to have your intuition. But there's also exercises, right? So there's going to be exercises to really tap into your soul, to really tap into your intuition, learning how to trust it, because it's important to take these new ideas and grow with it. And the only way we're going to grow is by doing it. And you need to do it. It's like a muscle. You need to do it every day. It's like working out. And so it's really important to make sure that you're ready for this in that way and that we could grow. There's going to be a bunch of videos that you watch. Like I said, it's self-paced, a workbook, and you guys will be able to go step by step. And if you guys need help with anything, if you're not comfortable with the Q&A, you can always message myself or Jenny. Within the course and we will get back to you. But it's really going to be that first step that can be uncomfortable for people. Really learning how to get quiet and learning how you can listen to your body because not everybody is the same. The
Yeah.
way I process information is different from the way Jenny processes information. And it's really powerful when we can come together, we know each other's strengths, and we can ask each other to help each other with that. So it's learning what your strengths are, right, within your intuition. And it's going to be super powerful and really, it's going to be really fun. Well, it may not be fun, but it'll definitely be work if you're ready for it. If you're feeling lost, you're feeling confused at where you're going, this is the great first step or the first stepping stool, the first step to go through.
Yeah.
So I encourage people who want to know more about themselves and cultivate that deeper relationship to find out who they are to look here.
So how do you sign up and how much is it?
Yes. So it is $144. And you can sign up. There is through our rootedinwisdomacademy.com. If you go under courses, you can sign up through there. We have a nice PayPal link that's um, easy to do. And, look at various stages. If you have not liked our Rooted in Wisdom Academy Facebook page, then go ahead. We have our Instagram, we have our TikTok, Rooted in Wisdom Academy. And check those out. We also have our YouTube. Forget about that. And Pinterest if
And
you're
we have the
looking for
community
blogs.
We got a community
Yes, and
page.
we have our community page on Facebook,
Yeah.
where you can ask your questions, and we'll have the link for all our courses in the community page as well.
Yes, and, we'll once you get the PayPal, you hit the PayPal and you pay
Yes.
for the course, you will get it within 24 hours, the link to the
Yes.
course.
Yep, to go ahead and start.
Yeah.
Yay. Super
So,
easy.
yeah, just make sure you like all those platforms, follow us,
Yes.
ask us questions, and you wanna find out some more things, tell us what you wanna hear about and, what you want us to talk about. So we would love to know. But thanks for joining us, and
Yay.
yeah, see you guys
Love
all
you
soon.
guys.
Love you. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.